Hi, welcome back to the garden. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make a really simple soup with simple ingredients. It's one of my favorite garden to table recipes. We're going to freeze dry it and then reconstitute it and see how it is. For a double batch, you need 2 onions, 4 potatoes, 8 cups of broth. I like to use water with this better than bouillon, and then whatever kind of green you have. I have radish tops. The recipe calls for 8 cups of greens of your choice. I've used chard, spinach, bok choy, kale, a variety of greens, and radish tops are actually one of my favorites, but you can use whatever you have. I'm making 5 double batches because I have 5 trays for the freeze dryer, so I'm pre-measuring out all the ingredients. It takes 2 onions per batch, and it also takes 4 potatoes per batch. I just roughly cut these into bigger chunks so they cook a little faster. It takes a 1/4 cup of butter or oil. I'm using avocado oil. The recipe I was given a long time ago says to put the oil in the pot and then add the onions and saute them a minute, but I just add everything at once and it works out just fine. I don't actually notice a difference in flavor. I'm using 2 crock pots and 3 pots on the stove to get all of the 5 recipes done. Now, since I'm going to freeze dry this, I'm only using 4 cups of water and 4 teaspoons of the better than bouillon. If I were making the regular soup, I would use 8 cups of water, but since it's going to be in the freeze dryer, it'll save time to not have so much liquid in it, and we'll just add water to reconstitute it later. If you're going to eat it fresh, you can eat it just like this. Just chop the things up a little bit before you cook them. That's how my dad prefers it, but I'm going to be blending it all up. Okay, we're ready to go. It smells so good. When freeze drying something that's kind of liquidy like eggs or this soup mix, I like to just pour it directly in the tray while it's still sitting in the freeze dryer and then push it in very carefully just to eliminate spills. So 1 double batch for each tray was pretty perfect. There was some left over, but I'm just going to put it in a jar in the freezer. It's not quite enough for a quart jar, but too much for a pint jar. Then we've got soup. This took forever, 89, almost 90 hours for this to freeze dry. So I'm gonna weigh it and then put it back in for a couple hours and see if it changes in weight. Check out what it did. It looks like a warped board. I'm gonna do this bottom one and the top one. 1.166. Yeah, I'll try the top one. 1.246. What is helping that? 1.246. So this is top and this is bottom. Then after another dry time, we'll see if the weight has changed. We are going to weigh them again and see if they've lost any weight. Last time we were at 1.166. That one is the same, so that looks good. Top one. Okay, this one last time was at 1.246.
Let's cut it in half.
So that one did lose a little weight. So I'm gonna actually put this on a little bit longer. Okay, let's try this bottom tray. Okay, 1.166, that's the same. Let's try the top tray. Okay, this one's ready. You want the weight to be the same twice in a row so that it's not still drying things out. If it's losing water still, there's still moisture in your product. These are kind of funny. Every single tray has an arch to it. I'm hoping to package 1 batch per jar. I'm just gonna taste a nibble. Okay, just eating it like a wedge like this. It's a little salty, but it's super tasty. I probably should use the Vitamix and powder this. Maybe that's what I'll do with the rest of them because this could take a really long time. I'm gonna go ahead and powder this in the mix because I've got a tiny bit of the tray taking up a lot of room. I ended up using a rolling pin to smash it. It was faster. I'm gonna take a chunk of it, but I'm putting it on this old jelly roll pan. So if I just kind of crack it up first and then roll it, it turns into a nice powder. This was 1 tray's worth. Okay, I put a chunk in a cup, putting some hot water in there. Ooh. I might need to put it in a bigger cup. Definitely gonna have to swish it around in a minute. I had to add a second chunk. The first one, it just wasn't very strong at all. Let's get these sealed. I like this little portable vacuum sealer. It works really well. I will link one down below if you guys are interested in grabbing one. It just sits on there for at least 20 seconds and you pull it off and the thing is sealed. I always check it to make sure it's sealed. Sometimes it doesn't, you just have to do it one more time. But that's our final product. The 5 trays were 6 jars worth. I ended up putting 3 squares of the greens in here and it tastes great. I'm not sure how much that would be, if it would be like, might be even like halfway of greens and then the rest water. I'm not sure. I'm gonna add this to my radish playlist. If you grow radishes and you're not sure exactly what to do with them, go check out the playlist. I've got a couple recipes on there as well as ways to preserve them. I will link it down in the description box below. If you like videos about gardening and preparing your garden food, go ahead and subscribe and I'll see you next time.